Lots of people are asking if they should consider the Cricut Explore One versus the Explore Air. The Explore One is less expensive than the Air. There's probably about a $50 difference, so if your budget doesn't allow you to spend that much money right away, but you need a good, powerful cutting machine, then the Explore One is the ideal solution. You can always upgrade later on if you wanted to use those other functions. As far as the machine's ability to cut different materials, keep watching. That's what I'm going to show you now. You might remember some time ago that I did a video in which I cut a bunch of thick materials with my original Explore. And I wanted to show you that the Explore One is just as capable to cut all of these different materials, thick materials, thin materials, all types of materials, exactly as capable as the Explore and the Explore Air. So I'm going to zoom in and show you what those materials were that I cut back then. The first that I cut is a shrink film, and the thickness was 0.30 millimeters. And the thickest I cut was a cork. That was 1.69 millimeters thick. And there were a bunch of different materials in between. There was acrylic, heavy chipboard, and what I was calling a ripple board. And I'm going to do the same thing today, except I'm going to do some extra materials. Plus I don't have the cork anymore, and I don't have the ripple board. I'll use something else instead. The other materials I do have, and I've got some extras that I'm going to cut. One of the materials I'm going to cut is this really heavy glitter paper from Michaels. You'll see my test cut that I did earlier. The Explore One was able to cut through it. So the first material I'm going to cut out is shrink film, as you can see in the machine. I'm setting the dial to the setting right after poster board. Poster board would be here, and this one is just before custom, between poster board and custom. Tap go. And it's ready to cut on the Cricut. And you can see that it has cut that out very easily. With shrink film, you always need to work it a little bit. It's not immediately obvious that it has cut through, but it does cut through it very well. So the next material I'm cutting is the acrylic. And so there it cut through the acrylic. The next material I'm cutting is the heavy chipboard. And you'll notice that I'm putting masking tape at the top of my materials so that it won't slide around on the mat. So now I'm going to go into custom materials. This time I'll choose heavy chipboard. There's a light chipboard here, so I need to go down a little bit further. Here's the heavy chipboard. And I will have it cut. Goes through this like butter. As you can see, and I'm going to show you how thick this is. You can see how thick that chipboard is. And this is with the Explore One. So it has all those capabilities as the original Explorer and the Explore Air. Next is the fun foam. Still on the custom materials, so I need to find fun foam. I believe I had it at the very bottom as well. Here we go, thick fun foam, because it's not the thin one. So it'll cut that. Fun foam can be deceptive. It may look like it's not cut, but it is. Just showing you how thick that fun foam is. And then last I have this very heavy glitter material. And I'm going to cut this on the poster board, setting the setting just between poster board and custom. So that's the heavier poster board. Okay, so that's all set to go. Let's see if it's poster board selected. And it cut that out perfectly. In addition to being able to cut all of those materials, you can add the Wi-Fi adapter, and as you saw, I was cutting completely wirelessly directly from my iPad. For my next project, I'm going to write a label. I'm going to write some text on chalkboard vinyl, then I'm going to cut out the label. So the first thing I need to do, I've chosen my design. I need to select both of them, and I need to attach my text to the label. To attach my text, I'm going to tap the Actions button, and you can see attaches right here. Then I'm going to tap my Go button. Now it's saying that I had a previous project, so I'm going to replace that. There's my mat. I'm going to tap Go. I've got that on vinyl, so that's fine. It's telling me that it needs a pen, so I need to switch out the deep cut blade. I need to put in the pen adapter. I'll have links below for all of these accessories, and I'm going to put in my silver pen until the arrow disappears, and then I'm going to close the clamp. Then I'll tap OK, and I can press OK on the machine. It's going to type out my text for me, or write it out, I should say. Notice how quiet the machine is. To have something as quiet as this, I did a lot of research before I bought a large 24-inch vinyl cutter, and you cannot get anything as quiet as this under $1,000. So imagine, this machine is under $200. So that part is done, so now it needs a cutting blade. So I'm going to take out the pen and the pen adapter. And I'll put in my regular cutting blade, close the clamp, and press the Go button. Now it's going to cut around my text, and I'll be able to use this label on a jar or other type of container. So there we go. I'll pull away going to pull this away so you can see. Now if it were a more complex cut, I would not do it like that. I would use transfer paper, but this is just fine. So as you can see, this machine is the lowest priced cutting machine of its class. It has incredible cutting capabilities. The machine sells for under $200. You can expand it to be wireless so that you can either use it on a table like I'm doing right here that's not next to a computer. You just need to plug it into the wall for power. Or you can use it to cut directly from the iPad app or the iPhone app. And you can also get the pen adapter so that you can do all of the same things with this machine that you can do with the original Explorer and the Explorer Air. Thanks so much for watching.